Hi everybody, my name is Spike Brave, and in this video I'd like to take a look at the Commando COM-TDK, the Death Knell Hero Mech in Mechwarrior Online. I've just recently finished up doing technical readouts for the Jenner series of BattleMech, so I thought I'd start on the Commando, and as usual, I'd like to start out this series with talking about the Hero Mech. Hero mechs are mechs that are available only for MC. They provide a 30% bonus to the C-bills you're in during a match, and they also have a unique hardpoint layout. Many times, these mechs are based off of a mech in canon, and that is the case with the Death Knell. It is piloted by Bono Duggenmeyer of the 22nd Sky Rangers. That's a little bit of information from the technical readout 3025, so I do not believe that that source states what is equipped in this mech, and I would guarantee that they made it up because the standard loadout for this mech includes double heat sinks, and those were not available in 3025, or at least not widely available in 3025. So I believe that they just kind of made up a loadout for this mech when they created it. So and that's fine, but that is how hero mechs work. You pay for them, unique paint job, and 30% bonus to C-bills. And because you pay money for them, I like to do these videos first so you can take a look at this mech before you actually plop down any real cash on it. So let's start with talking about how Commando is laid out physically. As you can see, I've got him selected in the mech lab, and then we'll take a look at his hitboxes right here. So first of all, let's talk about the head hitbox. That's probably one of the more important ones. If you blow up the head of a BattleMech, kill the pilot. So if we look at these three windows on its left side, my right here, you'll see it's got these three windows. The one in the center, so I'll kind of point up and down here to show you that. That's where the head of the Commando is. So if you want to headshot a Commando, that's where you aim. Don't aim on either side. That'll end up hitting the center torso. And let's talk about that center torso hitbox. I will circle that right now. So we're looking at the approximate of the center torso hitbox. So anything there, we'll go to the center torso right here. And right here are the side torsos. And then, of course, arms and legs. This mech is laid out it's pretty blocky. You're not going to take a lot of hits to one spot because it has a large hitbox, as it was the case with Jenner, where it has a large center torso hitbox. This is actually pretty evenly distributed. I noticed that I lose arms in my Commandos. If you look at the Commando from the side there, the arms do a good job of covering the side. So very frequently you will lose your arms in this BattleMech, and of course, because you're light and fast, people will want to blow your legs off, and you can see the legs there. They're relatively small, a little bit of a wide stance, not quite so wide as some mechs. Still do be careful when you're aiming, though. You may get shots in between their legs from the front. Not as likely with some mechs with a wider stance. But that's been a look at his hitboxes. As I said, arms are probably your biggest concern about losing components that won't kill you straight away, and they do a good job of covering that side torso. So if you are taking fire, turn your arms, get that arm blown off first so you can still fight. So that's been a look at how this particular BattleMech is physically arranged. Let's take a look at his quirks. So if we mouse over, we'll get a look at his little pullout, and you can see that he has 4 energy hardpoints. I have him loaded out with 4 medium lasers. And let's take a look at the quirks. So we've got additional structure to the right arm and right leg, and the left arm and left leg. So he'll take a little bit more internal damage before those limbs pop off. It has an increase of 7.5% to energy weapon range, minus 10% to energy weapon heat, minus 10% to laser duration, and plus 7.5% bonus to laser range. Now, all this stuff stacks, so the medium laser range and the energy range stack for a total of 15% if you are using medium lasers. That's why I've chosen medium lasers for this mech, so keep that in mind while you're looking through the quirks, that quirks do stack. If you don't like medium lasers for whatever reason, you don't have to run them and still can get some bonuses with energy weapons, but I've chosen medium lasers because all this stuff stacks up. So, let's been a look at this guy's quirks. Now let's take a look at how I've configured my depth. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that I am just giving you ideas. This is definitely not the end-all, be-all of how to equip this BattleMech. If you find something that works better for you, please feel free to use it. I'm just trying to give you an idea if you're not familiar with the chassis or struggling with it. So I'm going to click on the Mech Details tabs here, and that'll give us a look at the entire BattleMech. So what I've done is I've gone full armor on this BattleMech, except I've taken 2 points of armor off the head. That was to get an even weight. With those 2 points on, it was 0.1 ton of weight that I didn't want to waste the other part of, so I just went with taking 2 points out of my head. The head doesn't get hit very often in this BattleMech, so I feel like that's relatively safe. Full armor on the rest of the BattleMech. I have a 240 XL engine for top speed, which is 171. This mech cannot equip jump jets. Keep that in mind. You will be ground bound if you're running around in this mech. And then what I've done is 4 medium lasers. All its energy hardpoints, all 4 of them are located 2 in each arm. So keep that in mind. You can use your arms to block incoming fire, but if you lose both your arms, you have no guns. So that's important. I do have the Endosteel upgrade to this to get some extra weight on this mech, and then 3 extra double heat sinks, or actually 3 external heat sinks. The XL 240 engine is big enough to have an internal one. You do have to have 10 heat sinks to your BattleMech. The 240 only has 9 in it, so you have to have 1 added to your mech, so there's always a ton that you always have to add with that 240, and then 2 extra ones to dissipate some of that heat, because I rely mainly on those medium lasers. And let's take a look at what I have for equipment. So we'll click on that. And for modules, I have a capture accelerator. I think it's very important when you're a light mech, if you are playing Conquest, especially to be out there capturing points. So I always put the capture accelerator on my lights that are quick to get out there and help capture those points. For consumables, I have an improved artillery strike and an improved UAV. Because I am so fast, I can get in, drop a UAV, and provide spotting for friendly LRMs, which is very nice for them. And does give me bonuses for spotting and UAV damage assists. I carry the improved artillery strike for 2 reasons. Number 1, I'm fast enough to get up on enemy positions where they may have dug in, drop that strike, and get them to move. And what occurs more frequently for me is I save that till the very end of the match, or until I lose both my arms, because then I can still at least have something that I can do damage with. For weapon modules, I have a medium laser range and a medium laser cooldown module. Both of those improve the performance of my medium lasers. That's all I have on this mech, so I decided to make them shoot farther and faster. And again, this does stack with the quirks, so the range bonus that I get is plus 15% for quirks, plus even more for having the medium laser range module, and there's the cooldown stuff as well, so all that stuff adds up. So keep that in mind. If you look at those quirks, add them together, and put the right modules in, you can get obscene amounts of performance out of certain weapon systems. So take a look at that. That's what I've decided to do. And then finally, for my extra slot, because I have them all mastered out, I have a radar deprivation module. What that'll do is it'll hide me from enemy sensors, or break target locks at least. Not really hide me from enemy sensors, but it will break a target lock the second they can't see me anymore, rather than having it decay over a few seconds. Very helpful if someone walks onto me with LRMs. I can run behind a hill. They immediately lose their locks, so the LRMs quit tracking me. Very important in this mech. It doesn't carry ECM. So that's been a look at how I've loaded out this mech. And again, please feel free to experiment with what suits your playstyle the best. This is just meant as a guide to help you out if you are struggling with this chassis. What we'll go to next is a match I played in this mech to give you an idea of how I use it, and some tips on how to use the particular build I have. And again, it's just a place to start, so let's take a look at that match. Alrighty, and here's a skirmish match I played in Viridian Bog, and we'll see what I do with my mech in this circumstance. So first of all, what I start out doing is trying to go to the right side of the map and get ahead of my unit so I can do some scouting and spotting for them. And as we can see here, the Raven has the same idea that I do. We'll both want to get over there on the right-hand side and bump into each other a little bit, but we get that worked out and we start heading over to the right side of the map. I'm just trying to stay in cover as much as possible in case there's somebody out there with LRMs or a DR large laser that can see me and I can't see them yet, and I don't expose myself too much so I can walk around through that cover, and then I start seeing the guy in B4. I target him to relay targeting information to my team if necessary, and I'm trying to get a look at him. I don't want to get out there too far. I know that he's in B4, so I'm thinking his buddies are with him, so I don't want to get out too far ahead of my team. So we start coming back to my team. I think we know where they are. I think B4, so I'm going to come back and provide support, but still stay out a little bit in front so I can spot if necessary.
New target acquired.
Trying to stay under these trees for cover in case someone sees me and shoots LRMs. Just being very cautious. Commando does only weigh 25 tons, so I can't jump out in front of somebody, because if they hit me, I'm pretty much dead. So I'm trying to stay under cover as much as possible and get a look at them for a place to drop me UAV.
New target acquired.
So now I'm starting to get a little bit better picture of the battlefield. There's only 3 of them over here, so I'm a little bit nervous about what may be down in the pit on my left. Now I'm just trying to peek a little bit. That's why I ducked back and saw the PPCs. I figured if they saw me, they'd shoot at me. So I'm trying to come back to my team again. I think there's anything over here, so I'm going to come around the backside. Don't want
New target acquired.
that big guy with the PPC taking a shot at my back. So I'm going to try to swing all the way around and come up and help the C4. And again, I'm just trying to stay in cover as much as possible.
New target acquired.
So I see some exit C4, I see that's where my team is, so I'm going to try to help them out. Come around this corner for cover, and I'm just trying to pop out and take some pot shots at them. Maybe get their attention
Target
so the team
acquired.
has a chance to move without taking a bunch of fire. Hopefully they'll look at, hey, look at the Commando, he's around the corner, get him. We have these 2 guys' attention, and looks like the team is just kind of standing in cover, so what I try to do is come up here to get some spotting.
New
This is something
target
with the
acquired.
Commando, he's kind of short, he does struggle with the stairs. You can see I kind of get hung up several times trying to figure out how to get up there. Alrighty, and I come up and I see a guy standing on the other ledge, just like
acquired.
around to get cover. And now I'm going to see if I can't help by pushing on this mag, because he's coming at my team. So I come up, I try to stay behind him. He didn't get any support from his team, so he was quickly cut down. I'm trying to get back up the stairs again. You can see I'm still hung up. But now I'm going to try to peek over and see if I can shoot at some guys down here. Now there's 2 more kind of by themselves, pushing into the main body of our team, so I'm going to try to stay up here and take some shots at the back of the mag. Realize that this guy's going to stay in cover, so I come around and help with this guy who's flanking behind my team. They seem to be a little bit defensive, so I'm trying to get out there and chase things into them. So I start engaging his hunch. And as you can see, I don't circle him. I try to take a shot at him, move away, and then come back. Very important in these lights that you don't circle. It's a good way to get them trained on you. See that Orion still sending that shell, so I'm going to try to get him to come out. But as you can see, I'm using that shell for cover. He's really focused on the king crab in front of him, so I'm going to get behind him. I don't generally recommend not moving a lot, but in that case, there's only 1 mech near me, and he was focusing on king crab, so I just slowed down a little bit. So I'm going to try to help run down this locust now. And we both get hung up on this tree branch for a second. I'm trying to get out of the friendly LRMs there. I gotta move too close, but we took care of that locust. So now I'm going to try to move and engage the next target I see, and shoot at any targets of opportunity that do present themselves. So I'm trying to make sure that nothing got behind my team. I see I see this dragon kind of flanking around the side. I want to make sure he doesn't sneak up on anybody, so I move to engage him. And I'm really lucky in the fact that there's a friendly mech here that he's engaging, and he really wants a piece of that vulture, so I try to stay behind him. Now he's more interested in me, so I take off. As you can see, I'm trying not to circle. I'm trying to get in tight on him and stay behind him, not circle around him. And as you can see, I had 2 friendlies by the end of it that were helping me, so I think he wasn't nearly as interested in me. Oh, and if you're curious about the why I called it a vulture instead of a mad dog, it's the old school name for them before the industry knew what the clan names were. I've been playing for quite some time, so for many years that mech was called the vulture. So as you can see, I'm just trying to stay behind cover as much as possible while pushing into where they are. I do like the Stormcrow's a target with that open center torso, so what I want to do is engage him, blow that off, so the next guys have easier time with him. And try to get up the stairs, and I have trouble, and I take a shot at him, and he gets away from me, so I decide not to chase him. I decide to help out with this mech rather than running off by myself and getting in a fight with the mech. You make a mistake here and go right at his face. I should not have done that. So I try to stay behind him and keep friendly mechs in front of me. So I'm just, at this point, trying to engage the several target center here. I see them all clumped up, so what I decided to do is drop an artillery strike. They're all clumped up, and then I run out, and I just shoot at whoever's available in front of me, and I just keep moving. Here goes my artillery strike. And then I like this Raven. He's fast as a light. I'm going to engage him so he can't get away. And he's pretty tore up, so I'm going to try to finish him off and take pot shots on the team. There he goes. Get the stalker. Goes behind him, so I chose to engage him. And then finally, the last mech, that's why I stopped. He's the last guy and he's not looking at me. But we won the match. So that's a look at how I play him. I don't try to engage, don't brawl. I just try to stick and move and engage what my team is engaging. I want to get in a one-on-one fight and start running around in a circle because they'll target me. But here's a look at my stats that I got for the match. I hope this video has been helpful for you if you're struggling with the Death Knell chassis. Again, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel. If you have a question, please let me know in the comments below. I'll try to help you out. And as always, have great luck on the battlefield, and I hope to see you there. Thanks a lot.